Hello guys, my name is Tim, this is Game Tip, and today we're on Gmod, and we're going to be doing some Stargate Carter Pack. We're going to be running through each one of the stuff, fully analysing it, because when I looked up how to do this stuff, there was really old tutorials, like 6 years old, so I'm going to modernise it all, try and make it new in this series, going through all the stuff, teach you all the stuff you don't know. Hope you enjoy the series guys, hope you enjoy the video, have a nice day. First, we're going to be doing a simple stuff, so to just set up a little Stargate network, okay? Like the one that's on most default maps. Pretty good. So, you're going to be wanting to spawn a Stargate under the Stargate tab. It has its own tab, it's very nice. Not just under entities, cheap. It's not cheap, it's pretty good. And you want to go to Stargate and rings, basically. So you want to look at the floor where it appears, and it will appear part in the floor, so I'll give a demonstration. You see how it digs into the floor? There is actually, the object goes down there, and it's going to be, and if you unfreeze it, it will wibble about everywhere. And you can hit, oh gosh, you can hit it around, and it's kind of glitchy. So I would recommend doing that. So to build a Stargate system, you're going to need at least 2. For the time being, I'm going to keep them the same type, so we'll explain that. You will need a DHD. If you look here, it says the Stargate SG1, and it says over here DHD SG1. The DHD stands for dial home device. So you simply just want to paste it here. It should just auto link, and I'll do it on the other side so it doesn't accidentally auto link to the other one. And if you don't have the DHDs here, the writing should come up faded, but as you see, it's nice. Right, so now you've got them set up like this. This is all you need to do. This is pretty much as simple as it gets. You can do it from Stargate, but you want to have some show, and you want to do it like the TV show, so you want to simply just click on the red bit in the center. You'll bring up this dark chamber. That's one that's already on this map, so I know that because it's called something. Because here it's just random numbers, because I just made it. It's this one over here. You can change the address, you can change the galaxy. I'll explain that later. And you can search one, so if you have like 1 billion, you can search up specifically dark chamber. Nice. But we want to call this one, so you just click on it. If you have this ticked, it will basically change the speed. If this is ticked, it goes faster, and if it's unticked, it goes really slow. I'm just going to show you the fast one, because, you know, who wants to sit around for 15 minutes? And you just click this, dial the gate, it'll have a little message to put, and it's just like a file. Okay. And you can watch the chevrons being decoded on both gates. And when it's open, look like this. Now, the huge, like, weird tongue-like thing that came out a second ago, that will kill you if you stand in the way of it. It will vaporize you. Same thing that this gun will do. So, it's important that you don't, and you, like I said there, stand back. Once you've got them open, you simply walk through, and you're through the other side. Simple as that. Now I'm going to explain some more complicated sides of it. And I'm going to use a SG1 gate. So defaultly, if I go into this SG1 gate, it'll have here, see, like I said, you can change the address, you can change the name, right? And you can make it private, local, or blocked, right? Etc, etc. Blocked just basically blocked, local just local. Best to keep it on local. Well, I mean, local will give it this stuff, like the dark water and the default map stuff. And if you click it, it will just be literally the closest gate to it, or closest. See, if I untick that, see, water side is that one that I showed at the beginning. So, we want to keep that, we don't want to keep that, whatever, doesn't really matter. Point is, if you go up here, you can change the galaxy. So this is defaultly Milky Way. If you've seen the show once again, it's going to be slightly more easy to understand. This one's different design, you can see it's blue. Over here, this one is the Pegasus. If you click on this, you've got a wide range of galaxies to look at. So, I want to dial the Pegasus one. So, if we go over here, we click on local. Make sure that's ticked, so it'll make it this kind of gate. You click on here, I want to change it to Pegasus. Aha! I got 2 has appeared. This one is the one we want because it's unnamed, of course. Click it, you know, the tick thing. And also a note, it normally has 7 chevrons, this will have 8. Because it's now dialing to another one. Never mind. Point is, dial gate. Actually, it might not, it probably won't. Don't listen to it. Watch both gates dial. Ba-doom! If you go this one, if you go through this one, you will die. If you go for this one, you'll live and you'll go through normally. It's just that matter only travels through one way, and in the series it explains this, and it follows this law along. So I'm just going to walk through. But otherwise, as you look, if I walk through this one, I die. Event Horizon killed me apparently. So whilst I'm at it, I may as well show you all the gates you can get. You can get the Universe Gate. You can get the Tolan Gate. Get the normal SG-1 gate. You can get the gate from the original movie. You can get the Atlantis Gate. This one is a bit more smooth surface. You can get the smaller gate. It's called the Olin Gate because a guy called Olin built it. You can get the Infinity Gate, which is from another series. Now I'm going to show you the DHDs you can get. There are a few ones that link them, but there are not many. For example, this Infinity one has its own DHD. The normal SG-1 one does. The Universe one does. And the Atlantis one does, and also has this. This one looks slightly more cooler. It's more of a computer design. Anyway, the point is, then you have a DHD concept, which the creator of this Don most likely made. I kind of like it. It's pretty good. These all pretty much do the same thing. Of course, these all go to different galaxies and whatnot. But that's pretty much that. Now let's go and look at the rings. So now we're gonna experiment with rings because it's in the same category as Stargate, and we may as well just show all of them first. So let's give it a go. We have the Gua'uld, which is a race in Stargate. We have the Ancients, which is another race in Stargate. We have the Ori, which is another race in Stargate. And that is all there are at this current moment in time. The most kind of default one you'll see is most likely this, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty default in this one and that one. But now let's look at the dialing computers for them. In the series, there isn't really dialing computers. There are these kind of ring panel, they call them. And you have this, and you have the number you type in. I'll explain all this later. And you have the Gua'uld one, you have the Ancient one, and you have the Ori one. Unfortunately, there are no concept ones for this. Don't worry. There is no concept ones for this. So let's go try these all out and explain them. I'm just going to take two Ori ones because personally they're my favourite. Now, unfortunately, these stands kind of spawn on a weird kind of hovering position. You kind of have to put them against a wall and stuff. But you know, whatever. Point is, you spawn two in. There is no kind of universe system in this, so, you know, galaxy system, so just because one is in another one, it doesn't matter. And if you've set up code for them, so to set up a code for them, you just simply click E on the actual pointing at it. It says the name of this gate is, so you just type in the number you want. I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because it's easy. And for this one, I'm going to do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pretty simple. And to simply dial it, you go over here. Unfortunately, they have the kind of symbols of the actual race, and then they have on top of it, you can see the actual number they correspond to, which is really nice, because to have to decipher all these would be really annoying. But you can just click E on the actual console, not clicking a number, because you see I used 6 in that code, so, and the 6 you can't actually get on here. So to do that, you just click E on the actual like wooden area, and it works the same with the one of these. You just click E away from the like the buttons you click. So you click in here, and then you actually just type in the code you want. So I want to dial to the 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Click dial. You stand in it. Rings will appear around you, and you'll be beamed to the other platform. Once again, a little warning. I'll demonstrate. In fact, if I dial up this other gate, I want to go to Pizza Hut, and then you stand where the rings come up. Yeah, there you go. You die, and you don't get to the board. No Pizza Hut. Now we're going to look at the ramps. Bet you didn't know that they existed. You want to go to the Stargate tools, next to tools, Stargate tool. Scroll down. You have config tech, energy, weapons, and ramps. Let's go for the ring one first. You just click on them. You find the one you want. Let's go for a nice simplistic one. There you go. You just, oh no, that one's better. You put them on here. And to put the rings in, you don't have to do anything with your thingy, your grav gun. You just simply look at it and spawn them. And the same with the ring thing, the ring panel. Look at them. Spawn them, and it's in. Look at that. Neat. It looks very nice as well. And you got various different types of ramps. For this, you got that one. They all look pretty cool. Let's look at the Stargate ones. So you've got normal ramps. Oh gosh, yeah, you've got quite a few ramps for the Stargate ones, and they are pretty much the same. They are very much the same. A bit weird to spawn in, but you know, whatever. Oh, so look at that. There you go. And it's the same stuff. Just get a nice simple one. Same stuff. You look at it, and you simply just spawn them in. Pretty nice. And you got down here, just above them, animated ramps, and these are ramps that basically will be animated when you turn on the gate, most likely. Well, this one's the best one, just to give an example. This one has fire on it, as you can see. It will hurt me. And you can just easily spawn a Stargate in there. Boom. Cool. So, now for the next bit of equipment, you're going to need to launch a slightly bigger map than the one we had. This is the default one that comes in the pack, actually, so I may as well use it in this one. And this one is the Supergate. It is a administrative item, so, you know, if you're on a server, that's going to be difficult. But if you want to build this on a single player world, it's a great thing to do. So it is it's in the job description and title. It's normal Stargate. You know, this map spawns defaultly with them. You can see them everywhere. Pretty small. Fit one man and a few of the ships I'm going to show you in later episodes. But if you want to fit your giant Class A cruisers, which will battle the universe, you need to build a Supergate. So you simply just, it will spawn around you, so you kind of want to be in an empty area around you. So you kind of look where it wants to be facing, and you click. And it will slowly start to vaporize in around you. It's quite slow, so I can show you. Kind of spawn in. Meow. There you go. And of course it's a Stargate, so you want two. Two of these bad boys. And if you've been messing around with this and you've seen the rest of the episode, you will be aware that it does create a huge thing called Event Horizon, which is the huge tongue that comes out and kills anything in sight. Now, yes, this thing makes a mega one. Shit destroying. Even. Okay, whatever. The point is, it isn't actually life-size if you're curious. It's the actual series, but the point is, if you come in it, there's only going to be one other Supergate. You can't do different galaxies with this. You only can dial another Supergate. It's Supergate to Supergate. You can't change that size. You can make it private or something. Never mind. Well, the point is, click that. Simple as you dial, and you'd stand out the way, nice and safe. And it makes a huge, mega. There you go. Look at that thing. That would have killed anyone. And yep, this thing works with spaceships. And I'm just going to use mine in person. Bloop. You come out the other one. And yes, it is reliant on gravity, so it will just drop. So that one. As always, I recommend you experiment yourself. For example, the Olin gate, that's a little glitchy and strange to mess around with. It's deliberately so. When you've launched the gate, it's a little crazy what happens then. I recommend you try it yourself. It's a one-use, brilliant thing to mess around with. Once again, have a look at the entire pack. I'll be going through each one of these tabs, weapons, player, etc, etc, so you can get the full range of what's going to happen. I recommend you check out my channel for loads of other tips for different games, and I recommend you just keep experimenting with this kind of pack, because it's great to have some fun, especially if you go and watch the series, which I highly recommend you go and do. And if you haven't, well, if you have seen the series, just have some fun with it. It's so awesome. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the episode, and goodbye.